Hello everyone, I am Asen. Today I am back once again with some brand new footage to share with all of you. The specific video clip that you are looking at right now is a very raw and flat one, which we must carefully neutralize using CSDs. This essential step ensures that we can eventually apply the highest quality color grading possible to the final image. This technical detail is something that you should really pay close attention to whenever you are dealing with these kinds of professional post-production matters. The footage colors need little tweaking. We'll focus on skin tones. First, neutralize using Alt-S and Alt-Peak. In the right-hand layers, we adjust midtones toward shadows and open the layers to better work with the colors. Made that we can enhance them further. I move on to the next step, and here I apply the default anchor. And I use the same creams as before. In the adjustment layer, I come in, and just like before, I set the value to 0 from this side, and in the only layer, I increase it. This could also be done in the last layer, and in the primary, black beads, and shadow elements are all carefully layered together right now so that the entire page looks exactly the way I want it to appear. I will start this next phase by adding a dedicated sharpness layer as well. After completing this step in the very last layer, I am going to adjust both the overall contrast and the specific file settings. You can clearly see that we have achieved a really good professional level of contrast here. Finally, in the next layer, I will carefully adjust the saturation levels to finish the look. Saturation is set, I then add rust tint to reduce oranges and bring out more colors. Next I boost and adjust color saturation, applying the rust effect like this. There's a bit of yellow, some noise, and a bit of a purple form present. I move my yellow towards the skin tone. The final filter is set to about 2 to 3. There's a bit of yellow, some noise, and a bit of red in the final filter. I push my yellow towards the skin tone, and from this section I adjust the amount of red and its saturation up or down. I don't do anything else. I reset the clone from 0. Blur and mask skeleton. If you find it necessary for your specific project, you can certainly add as many additional layers as you want for the skeleton, but in most standard scenarios it is generally not required to do so. The skeleton itself is handled quite correctly within a single layer. Now I'm going to move on to the next page and try to set everything up in a very specific way so that I can carefully adjust the lighting effects later on. I need to make sure this particular element is aligned, and then I will need to ensure that that specific setting is also properly configured for the best results. Right at this particular point in time, I make my exit from the scene, and in the very next moment, I come back once again to properly set up the overall direction of the shot. Let it leave the area. By masking, I mask the working area with a mask so it gets separated. This is done in 3 steps. Next, I'll try to separate my render color from the working area with a different method. Now I'll involve you with the book. I apply my color to that layer, improving it so other characters won't affect it. Exiting this step, I'll control the trust in this new layer and start the filmic offer process. You need to raise the level so that I don't reveal it to any layer I want, and the color I want I should apply to it. You need to raise the level and not let any layer you want with any color you want be applied to it. Once you've raised the program, it's complete. Do this from the video site here, and you should see the difference in the work. I'm your guest and you should follow along with the tutorial. I hope the tutorial is useful for you and that you practice a lot and make progress. I had a great experience. I hope you follow along with the tutorial, that it will be useful for you, and that you practice a lot and make progress. Have a great day.